okay, let's get in the third part of 4th day. We are over here to accurate all the positive things, and even if you are fallen in the of very perilous, that kind of devastation, miserable conditions, but we are over here to get to come out from that kind of activities or anything like that, whatever you have, so ultimate truth of life is that we have to hard work, we have to be so uh, contending struggler. Only in that case everyone will come to adulate us. So we don't care about even the nobody comes to adulate further. Even we have a sacrifice and we are actually working on our progress. So it is only the only thing that is matters in life, that we have to hard work for our progress, to have that kind of like luxurious. Even you are not wishing for that kind of to have that kind of luxurious or really how uh, really comfortable life, but we are not we don't want to affront anyone. Even they got, even they are not, but they haven't got it, but they had done a lot in their life. They struggle, they sacrifice, but they don't have, they haven't got anything yet. So even in that case, they have the option and alternative that they can even change the journey, uh, but the journey will remain same at the end. Up to the that will ultimately remain same, but the means of earning can be changed. The source can be changed, because if something is not giving to us a return, in that case we have to change, because we can't stay at same level. Even that even most of the people come to say that we have to focus on consistency, persistency, or conscientiousness or discipline, but most of the time we have to change with times or over. If we don't want to change ourselves with over time, in that case we'll fail. So it is what we don't want to admit or to admit anyone. If we come to like teach, or we are gonna provide even a little suggestion recommendations ahead, in that case they won't learn. So it is better to not to admit those people, so that's it. What kind of things you want to do in your life. So do you have inquiries and perspectives, perceptions, or viewpoints towards your life or anything like that? Don't you think about distance yourself from any kind of adversity, that you are assuming that that is a problem, that is a perilous way or anything like that, but you're just what is staying at this time by not even doing anything in your life. So don't you think it's really a crawl or cunning, but you can't get anything from it. So this is really uh how this disgusting, man. You mustn't have to get engaged in all the time in these kinds of activities or anything like that. If you had engaged, or you made a lot of false mistakes or anything like that, even in that case, you don't need to berate yourself. Instead of berating yourself, that you can start your and back and initiate your journey, and it is better to but impact your journey towards for further progress, for your achievements or that kind of things. So even whatever you are gaining and whatever you have in the form of achievements, that might not be precious, or stunning, dazzling, but somehow you are working and you are gaining the experiences, and you have a lot of experience over all these years. So you are actually in the process of what uh, not to adversarial, not to do any, not to engage in a like how adversarial or anything like that. So we don't think about that kind of adversarial things. Even that is ahead of us or behind us. We just come to neglect all these things, just to what in force and compels ourselves towards positivity. So it is really necessary. So sometimes we can't even complain, but it is always necessary. It is always necessary to follow the discipline, the consistency, the persistency, or anything like that. So that's it. I don't want to mention it like by figure outing all these things over here. But one thing you have to remember in your life, that is the ultimate truth of your life is hard work. So if you can't hard work, in that case, there is no more existence of your life. So people will come to say that you're a callous person. Even in that case, you have to stay calm, positive, and learn to be a positive person. you can move your journey towards positivity, and that's the proof of your life and your progress, that you are actually working on it and you can gain. So that's it. So I don't want to excuse anyone's life. So we have to excuse anyone if they are they have been suffering, or they have a lot of pressure on their shoulders, on their, even in their mind, within them. But we have to we can even assist them to alleviate their pain, sufferings, or anything they have. But whether they are how they, if they are really, nobody comes to care over here whether they are stable or immature way. Yeah? We have to learn everything through our mistakes or our faults. So if we can to learn all these things in our life, in that case, even our journey is not really luminous and sparkling, but somehow we feel like somewhat we are working on it, and that's actually that kind of executions or carry outing all the things in life can be really appreciating and meaningful, and we're actually working over it. So that's why we don't feel discomfort. So even people are discomforting you, all these things ahead of you, but we just neglect it by saying we can excuse it. Even we are so callous or anything like that, we don't assume anything, and we don't like to recognize ourselves as like how we are so abnegatory person or anything. If you come to assume yourself like like abnegatory person, in that case you won't have any, so that kind of ultimate confidence or energy won't remain, isn't gonna remain within you. So it's always better to stay calm, positive, or how a really elusive person. If you can stay that can, if you can go through this kinds of amaranthine journey, or if you can follow all this strategy or positive what mentality, if you have, in that case you are actually working on your progress, and you always have to work. So that's the so I don't want to say it can be so, I don't know what can what will happen in the future or anything like that. But I'm not sure. But we have to share that we must have to hard work, even that, even our journey is really have caliginous or anything like that. We are over here to leverage our journey, our system, whatever our resources, our mentality towards to get something really lucrative or really appreciating in the future. Even that is not seems like how really lucrative, but we are actually thinking that if something is really how assisting, or that is also aiding us to move further and to have experience about something, in that case we have to get that things. So so that's why we are actually working on it, and we always have to. So if people are just disrespecting and dispiriting you, so you just have to you don't need to say even a little bit. If a person is measured, in that case he won't gonna say anything. He's gonna work. He's goal oriented. In that case, he don't care about other perspectives and perception, whatever they are gonna say ahead of that measure person. He doesn't care about it. All these kinds of things. So even in that case, you wanna like to decapitate anyone's leadership or ownership. So that can we don't think about that kind of uh, whatever he has or other has. So if we come to even some people, we have to adhere our discipline, our, if we can able to complement all this positive strategy in life, in that case our journey will become really luminous and sparkling, as I have mentioned in the previous, or I'm also mentioning it in this current video. So that doesn't matter. But we have, if you can create yourself, even failures or diversity measurable, that kind of obstacle conditions, and you actually couldn't become somber person, but you are actually over here to what uh, to work on yourself, to leverage your journey or anything like that. So that's why even you are so careless person, even in that case you won't care about that kind of adversity or anything like that over here anymore. So that's why we have to be goal oriented with that kind of person who could afford to work on their progress or anything like that. Even he has a lot of problem in their life, but he only wants to do that. He has the ultimate source of a tenacious mentality or anything like that. So that's why you are working over is career, and he has to. So if he's good until that, everything's possible. Even that is feasible.